Hi besties, welcome back to another video. As you guys know, it is, when I'm filming this, it's August nearing September, which means for me, at least for me, September 1st, fall. September 1st, fall. Tomorrow is literally September, so it's basically September. So here is my fall TBR, all the books I want to read in fall, but as you guys know, I'm very, very bad at sticking to my TBR. So this is a whether, maybe yes, maybe so. We will see. A lot of these are on my physical TBR. There's a couple that I don't have that I want to read, that are on my Kindle, but yeah, these are some of the books I want to read this fall. I don't yet feel the fall vibes, but at least in New York, I feel like it's been a colder summer. So I can feel the fall vibes setting in. I'm excited. I'm so excited. October is my favorite month of the year, and fall is my favorite season, so I'm excited. Last summer I started the ACOTAR series. I actually did not read any of it this summer, but I still have A Court of Silver Flames haunting me, literally haunting me. I haven't read this. I remember, what was it, May or something? I started the first 3 chapters, was really busy, never got back to it, but I do want to read this big thing. Holy crap. Do you want to read this fall? I think I'm gonna get to it. Like, even if I have to prioritize this will be read. And I also, speaking of this series, it's the last book in the series. When I finish this up, I want to start the Throne of Glass series. I have heard so much about this. People say they like it more than ACOTAR. I don't think it's because I don't think there's much romantasy. I just think it's the storyline, the plot line that I hear a lot about, how it's just amazing. I'm really hoping to start that series and read some of that. And when I think fall, I think fantasy. I haven't read any fantasies this summer. I'm in my romance era, and I feel like I'm still in my romance era, but I think I'm going to start the fantasy soon. But when I think of fall, so most of the books on my TBR are books that are fantasies. If they're fantasies. Divine Rivals, I started this last summer, and I read the first 70 pages, and like, I don't know, it was something with like the month ended or something, and I didn't feel like continuing it, but I really do want to get to this. I've heard so many things, and yeah, it was really good when I was reading it. I think some of these I have tried to read and just never got to. In June, I started Fourth Wing, which is literally everybody's favorite book. I picked it up. I read the first 100 pages, which honestly, the book is like almost 700 pages long, I think 600-ish. So I didn't get anywhere, not really. From where I was at, the plot hadn't really even really picked up yet. But I really do want to read this fall, actually, sometime soon. Yeah, that's on my TBR. Just read Powerless, and I really want to continue the series before the year ends. Powerful and Reckless I want to read. But Powerless to me was really long. It was good, but it was really long. So I don't know, because I feel like I'm gonna need time before I pick that world, get back into that world. Then we have The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I don't know if I would technically consider this on my TBR though, because this is there. It's been there. I bought it in January. Haven't read it. I do like this on my read list, but whether I read it this fall is like really up to mood reading, because at the moment it's not really on my radar, but I kind of hope it gets there. And I know Sarah cried reading this, like, heard wonderful things. Okay, I have a story behind this one. I think I had like really bad cramps that day, and then I decided, let me just put Shadowhunters on. I was sitting in the living room and I put Shadowhunters on, the show, on Hulu, and I started it and I was obsessed. Guys, the show is absolutely amazing, and I still think about it to this day. The characters, the plot, everything. I loved it. I don't know if I'd say it's one of my favorite shows, but like, I really loved it. And there's books. I didn't know there was books, because as you guys know, I probably would have read books first. Yeah, I do eventually want to read this. I tried to read it last year and I only got like 20 pages in, but I think it's harder when you go from show to book, because you already know the storyline, you already know what's going on. Because like, when you start with the book first, it's nice to see how it's planned out, and when you go from show to like book, it's just so different, and I don't know, so I feel like it's gonna be harder to get into this, but I do want to try, and I've heard great things. A family friend loves this series, so I really want to get to it. Kingdom of the Wicked, guys, I want to read this so bad. I'm so interested. I don't know why I haven't read it yet, but I think I'm definitely gonna read this year, definitely, because I'm so invested. So be prepared to see me read this year. But also, as you guys know, it's so funny when I look back on videos and stuff of me saying I'm gonna read this, because there's so many books I wind up never reading. What did I say I was gonna read and I never did? I think it was Tangled Up in You I was talking about, because I was supposed to buddy read that with my book bestie and we never did. But yeah, it's hilarious to me, and so let's see if I actually hold myself to any of these. Okay, then we have Wicked Cruel Things. I feel like this is a book that is not talked about because the author is an indie author, which I became friends with her on TikTok and then realized she was coming out with the book, and I'm like, I have to get this. I haven't read it yet, but it does seem amazing. I know there's a second book out, but she has a second book out, but they are standalones. I couldn't tell you what this book is about. I don't really know. I should have actually, now I think about it, I should have explained what these books are about, but it's too late for that. Sorry guys, I apologize. This is just, to me, writing a book is just insane, and the fact that one of my friends on TikTok wrote a book is just crazy to me, and I'm just so, I don't know, proud. I'll read the back to you guys. The wild woods are wicked and cruel. They span across all the known continents, near and far. Their ancient influencers are as unavoidable as breathing. They tempt and take minds, bending fate to their desires. The village hidden in the forest has always been peaceful. That is, until one night when all its inhabitants are mysteriously burned to ash. Being the sole survivor, Gwendolyn is forced to seek refuge at a remote cabin by the sea with a strange man. Has her questioning everything she knows, she is forced on a journey north to the Forbidden Mountains. There, she must face the truth of that fretful night, as well as come to terms with the power she holds and what she must do with it. That sounds amazing. That sounds pretty amazing. So, wow. I'm excited for this one. Guys, you guys should read this too. Then we have two romances. This one's Eleanor and Park. I am so excited for this. I don't really know much about it. I know it's two kids in high school. I'm gonna read the synopsis because, guys, I feel like I already love this book. Have I read it? No. But I just think about this book a lot. I'm very, very, very excited. Two misfits, one extraordinary love. Eleanor, red hair, wrong clothes, standing behind him until he turns his head, lying beside him until he wakes up, making everyone else seem drabber and flatter and never good enough. Eleanor. Park. He knows she'll love a song before he plays it for her. He laughs at her jokes before she ever gets to the punchline. There's a place on his chest, just below his throat, that makes her want to keep promises. Park. Set over the course of one school year, this is the story of two star-crossed 16-year-olds, smart enough to know that first love almost never lasts, but brave and desperate enough to try. For some reason, it reminds me of If You Had Been With Me. Those of you who know, my favorite book ever. So I'm very, very excited to see the dynamic of this, and I don't know, I'm excited. Pretty sure it's YA, but I feel like I'm gonna love this a lot. Last but not least, we have a novel love story, which I actually just recently bought like 2 days ago, actually. This is like the cutest concept ever. Literally, it's this girl who finds herself in the town of her favorite books. You and me both know we freaking wish. And I just love that concept, and I feel like I'm gonna love this book. I have heard very mixed reviews, but I'm so excited for this. Yeah, let me know if there's any books I should add to my physical TBR for fall. I actually know I'm gonna read The Way I Used to Be, probably. I really, really, really want to read Solitaire by Alice Oseman. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys can like, comment what's on your fall TBR, any recommendations you guys have. You guys can subscribe if you want, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye!